Hi, it's Lydia with Kharma Khameleon. Welcome to the channel that's all things Feng Shui, Flying Stars Feng Shui, Bazi Chinese astrology, where often I read the charts of celebrities and famous people to better understand our own charts and our own lives. Welcome. Today we're going to continue a Feng Shui journey that started with the video I posted recently about what is home. And now we're going to look at where we build our sanctuary, because for me, creating a home in which we are nourished and feel soothed and restored being home starts with creating that sacred space. Once we have the sacred space and we're using it on a regular basis, we're able to cultivate that calm, soothing energy within ourselves that radiates into the rest of the house. So we're going to also look at what directions you can sit in for your meditation practice to gain the best benefits for where you are in your life. I find that really cool. So I just recently moved my altar. And that's the word that I use. I know for some faiths, that's like a taboo thing because there is only one altar. I also will interchange the word sacred space. So whatever feels right for you, okay? So I've got you sitting on a meditation cushion at the moment. Anyway, so my mala bead just broke. I am sharing this with you because when a mala bead breaks, it means that it is full. And wow. I literally lifted it up, picked it up off the floor, and it just fell apart. Like it just died. I'm trying to think of when I started using this mala bead. Oh my gracious. This is a powerful thing for me. During very, very pivotal times in my life, I'll share one quick story with you. So I was at yoga camp long ago, maybe 14 years ago. I just recently retired from teaching kids yoga after nearly 20 years. And I was teaching the kids about meditation, kind of like I'm about to do with you. And so I pick up I love sandalwood. I like things that are a little more earthy than stones. But so I picked up this mala bead of sandalwood, just like this one, and I start moving the beads and it explodes and it breaks. So 108 beads are all over the floor, and the kids are all scrambling to pick them up because they recognize this is a big deal. You know, this bracelet breaking is more than just a bracelet breaking. They get that. So we pick all the pieces up, and I had a point in the day where I could count, and I had 107 beads. I went home, and the next day sat on my meditation cushion. And as I'm adjusting myself, my right hand is under the cushion, I feel something. It's the 108th bead. Some things you can't explain. And personally, I don't need an explanation. Spirit works in magical ways. My angels, I'm sure they laugh all the time at the little impish things they do to say, I'm here. I'm making things happen for you. The magical is everywhere. The impossible is possible. Wow. This is deep breath around that. Okay, so curveball in this video. So anyway, I brought you up here to show you my new sacred space. So I'm gonna lift you up on a little tour here. So for me, I like a big space, and you could have something as small as a box, as small as your hand. You could have something as big as this, And you could also have something in between. It's whatever speaks for you, right? Now, I'll share a few things. Like, for instance, this is a favorite book I love to read. So you can have books of inspiration, poetry, things like that. I also have one of my new recent favorite tarot decks for days when I sit down and, you know, my mind is not ready to settle yet. Maybe I've got things on my mind that are distracting, and I know that if I start meditating, it's just going to be full of trying to get through that. So sometimes sitting and doing that first is helpful. Just drawing a single card. Where am I? What's happening? What am I not seeing? Then often I've been practicing Bön Buddhism for a really long time, not actively, but I want to get back into it. I also follow the tree of yoga, the philosophy of yoga. So I have images of people that are my gurus, my teachers, my guides. I also have my beloved pet Oliver died. I keep my daughter on my altar, and my boyfriend's mom, who's 93, to people that I'm holding in my heart, people that are close to me. I also love to bring in crystals and statuary that speaks for me, candles, incense, the obvious. And you could just do yours with one candle and one incense holder and a crystal and a teacher that greatly inspires you, or a quote or something that greatly inspires you. That's how we create that sacred space, okay? Where is another question, right? So when we look at Feng Shui, we wanna make sure, I'm showing you all my heron paintings today. I love herons. And I am a painter, something a lot of people don't know, and I haven't been able to get to for a long time, but hoping to get back to that. Anyway, so where is very important. Where are you doing your meditation practice? You don't want it to be in a bedroom. That's a space for intimacy, your sex, your sleep, your rest. And when we bring in religion into the bedroom, that's a very yin energy, and it's sacred. It does not blend with what goes on in a bedroom at all. And you also, in the bedroom, don't want images of your children, your family, your friends. It is you, your partner, or just you. And we'll talk about bedroom feng shui possibly in my next video. All right, so then you might have a guest room that you can use, a spare room that's not being used. If it's tight with space, you can even create a little space in a closet. I'm a kid at heart. Man, if somebody created an altar for me, a little meditation space in a closet that I could climb into and hide, I'm totally down for that. Yeah, so, and you can use a Chinese screen to cordon off part of a room. Obviously, the office isn't the best because every time you're meditating, you're thinking of work. And that was the problem that I've had lately. Actually, I haven't really had a whole lot of time with the work that I was doing to be able to sit with my practice. And I suffered for that, really suffered. For me, my meditation practice, it's like brushing your teeth. Why would you skip brushing your teeth? This is brushing your mind and your spirit, your heart. And by doing this every day at the same time, you build that practice. You might start with a few minutes and build up. I try to aim for 30 minutes. What I find is that the longer that I sit, the more I go into this very blissed out space that is the foundation of the rest of my day. When I drive in my car, I play chanting music like Snatamkar or Wah or Krishna Das or Sean Johnson and the Wild Lotus Band. These are just some of my faves. It keeps my nervous system, it keeps my whole being in a very zen place in the midst of the chaos of our world. Here we go. How do you meditate, you might ask? Okay. Well, I would be holding my mala, except it is all over the floor. Still wrapping my head around that. And that you got to witness it. Holy cow. Anyway, these are their moments. How? So with a mala bead, not using the pointer finger, but the middle and ring finger, each bead you touch and move along with the thumb. You don't ever use the tassel bead at the top, the guru bead they call it. You never touch it and you never cross over it. So once you've gone all the way around your beads, you then turn it around and go back. Each bead you touch can be a breath. Each bead you touch can be an Om. Each bead you touch can be Om Shanti, great peace. It can also be something that you need. I am okay. I am okay. I am okay. And let the tears fall. Let the tears fall. Another is candle gazing, where you're staring at the candle and then you let the gaze soften so it kind of gets blurry, and just allow the flame, the flicker of the flame, to hold your focus as you are breathing. Always awareness of breath. You can use sound. Sound healing is very big right now. I'm a big lover of a good singing bowl. So, and you listen to the sound of the bell until the sound ends. Beautiful. You can also do chanting. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om. Or your favorite hymn. Maybe it's words of wisdom or an affirmation to yourself. Yeah. And interestingly enough, your Bazi Chinese astrology can give you tips on which element you most need to sit with. For instance, someone like myself does well with chanting and the singing bowl because metal is the element that nourishes me as a water person. If you are somebody that needs fire, which I don't, you could do the candle gazing. If you're somebody that needs to be anchored, earth energy, sit with crystals, feel into the vibration. Some people are very sensitive to crystal vibration. I have lots of crystals. Water. If water is what you need, you could sit with a bowl of water and just gaze into the bowl, or sit with a fountain, though fountains are tricky. In Feng Shui, don't just throw fountains around your apartment or your house or your office. Water is very fast. It is one of the fastest elements to create a reaction in your life. It will either bring in abundance or it will rush it out. And I've played with some experiments with that and fortunately had good luck with it. Anyway, so play with the elements. And if you're curious about your Bazi Chinese astrology, I'm happy to do a reading with you. All right, so then I want to get into this cool piece. I'm still working around my busted mala here. All right, so now I'm going to set you down. There we go, friend. So now we're going to look at how to layer. All right, so you've got your space. You've got the way that you're ready to start with your meditation. And I'm on Insight Timer app. It's a free app. Insight Timer is where I teach yin yoga. I'm going to be starting a hatha yoga class, and also lots of meditations, lots of guided meditations that you might find really helpful if you're just starting out. So now we're going to layer in the Feng Shui piece. You ready? Love this. All right, so what the direction you're sitting in. So right now I am sitting in the northeast, and if I turn myself that way and face a corner, like I've been naughty, that's the northeast corner in the northeast, which would double the influence of the northeast. But I'm facing north, and we can layer things like this. So the northeast is knowledge, scholarly achievement, wisdom, the father, and the masculine. I could turn and face into that corner if I really wanted to work with my grief around the death of my father, for instance. The north facing is consolidation, introspection, meditation, renewal, wisdom, reflection, inner guidance, and career. That feels really good for me right now, seeing as I have just ended a huge journey in my career and am open to what comes next. Another one is the northwest. Mentors, helpful friends, angels, and guides. If you're feeling really alone, if you feel like you need support, I need guidance, I need my tribe around me and I don't have it, you do. Sit facing the northwest or in the northwest corner of your home and pull in your angel guides. You are never alone. Your angels are always with you, always, always. The West is completion, transformation, creativity, manifestation, transition, withdrawal, release, purification in children. Could be a great place for you to see for cultivating, getting pregnant, having a baby, building your family. It could also be where you need to sit to build on feeling motivated in your life, to be more creative. The Southwest is relationships, the mother, the feminine, and the union of love. And this is where I feel like the Southwest, which was where I was sitting, I was in the Southwest facing south. And that's really interesting because that was earth fire energy, and now I'm in earth water energy. And honestly, I have too much fire in my chart anyway. I need water. Water is my element. I think I'm going to feel a lot more calm and a lot more nourished sitting here. And again, this is where your Bazi Chinese astrology reading can tell you what is the best direction to be sitting in. Not just for what you want to cultivate, or focus on, but also the element that you most need to nourish yourself, okay? Southwest is that mama. That's earth mama. It's the goddess. And if you want to sit with that energy, that's the place to sit. The south is expansion, intuition, trust, abundance, vitality, passion, motivation, reputation, and recognition. That is a big energy to sit with. Fire is very hot, it's very active, very yang, even in its yin form of like a candle. And so I would caution if you already have a lot of energy in yourself, that might not be the best direction. If you're somebody that really needs that, then it would. Southeast, we're going to move into the wood directions. The Southeast is prosperity, abundance, growth, manifesting, abundance, vitality, passion, motivation. Dreamt lines. Prosperity, abundance, growth, and motivation. And so the Southeast is new wood. It's little growing sprouts. It's a great place if you're just beginning something, okay? So for instance, I'm in the Northeast. If I wanted to sit facing Southeast, I could actually turn myself to this corner and use your compass so that you can see what direction I need to be sitting in as I'm sitting in the Northeast, okay? So the Southeast is also great if you're struggling to feel abundant in your life. Are you feeling this great sense of lack? The East is activation, inspiration, optimism, growth, enlightenment, health, and family. If you have health issues, if you feel disconnected from family, if you feel stagnant and you want to feel that impetus to grow, yeah, that would be the East. But then we have to recognize the East is a direction we don't want to face this year because it's the year of the rabbit. And that's a very interesting thing, isn't it? So we have to take in all the layers. We're taking in the layer of what it is that you need. We're taking in the layer of what is nourishing you. What are your best directions? We could even bring in your qua number. So all of these different layers to support you in cultivating a beautiful practice for yourself. And I'm feeling already like, wow, what a gift to be given this beautiful space for me to sit and meditate and look out the window to my beautiful front yard. So thank you so much. I hope that this has been helpful. If you have questions about meditation, feel free to leave a comment. And I'm happy to guide you with your own Bazi Chinese astrology so that you can divine the best place for your practice. Thank you so much and be well.